Dr. Natalia Wheatley, says that discussions at the ongoing Joint Ministerial Council are yielding good things for the Virgin Islands, following a series of engagements on the third day of meetings. According to the Premier, the day began with a bilateral session focused on long-standing national priorities, such as constitutional advancement and improvements in law enforcement and security. He noted that talks were constructive and have set a stage for meaningful progress. Dr. Wheatley then joined the wider conference, where representatives from several OECS member states delivered presentations on democracy and governance. He said these discussions offered important insight as the Virgin Islands continues to pursue reforms that strengthen its systems and institutions.
Then, of course, we had the opportunity to come to this OT conference, which is hosted by Sir Lindsay Hoyle, Speaker of the House of Commons and a champion for the overseas territories. He's been to the BVI before. He loves the BVI, and he loves all the overseas territories. And this OT conference was a way for UCATA organization, to sensitize parliamentarians and sensitize the public more about the overseas territories. And we had a really invigorating discussion today on modern democracy.
Yeah.
And we were able to share our perspective from a Virgin Island perspective. And we had other panelists like Anguilla, Premier of Anguilla, who we're very familiar with, Premier of the Turks and Caicos Islands, as well as the Attorney General of Bermuda.
Yes.
Just giving our perspectives on how we build a better democracy in the overseas territories.
The Premier also outlined differences between Bermuda's constitutional status and that of other overseas territories, while commending Bermuda for its consistent support as fellow territories navigate their own constitutional advancement processes.
Well, Bermuda has a different situation from us because, of course, when all the other independent countries were about to go for independence, they got pre-independence constitutions. That would have included Jamaica, that would have included Trinidad, that would have included all of those different Caribbean countries who eventually became independent. Bermuda opted not to go for full independence, as many of the other territories did. And of course, they've been having that pre-independence constitution for many decades. And of course, they had referendums which were not successful in going for full independence. So their constitution is a bit more advanced. But Minister Stephen Doughty said that the constitution that Bermuda has is not off the table. So many of us, Turks and Caicos, Anguilla, BVI, are either just having constitutional negotiations or about to embark on constitutional negotiations. Turks and Caicos just got an amended constitution. Anguilla and BVI are going for an amended constitution. And so perhaps that's what you saw reflected. But I do like the fact that Bermuda is very supportive of their overseas territories, brothers and sisters, in advancing their constitution.
The Premier is expected to continue engagements throughout the conference as the Virgin Islands seeks to advance key developmental and governance priorities.